Welcome back to the channel, guys. We have 3 shocking storylines to reveal for next week. And I mean shocking. The week of July 27 to July 31 is going to be absolutely insane. You really need to mark those dates. July 27 to July 31. Because the writers are throwing everything at the wall. And it is all sticking. It is sweeps month. And the drama is just nonstop. So let's get right into the first massive storyline. It is all about Lexi. Poor Lexie Carver. Her time is running out fast. And it is just brutal to watch. Because Abe and Lexi decide to renew their vows. It is supposed to be this beautiful thing, a moment of pure love, but it all goes wrong because Lexi collapses right there, and they have to rush her to the hospital again, and it is just heartbreaking because Lexi knows what is happening. Dr. Rolf's drug is failing. The lab rat died, and now Lexi is dying too. But here's the crazy part. Lexi wants to sneak away. She doesn't want Abe to watch her die. She doesn't want Theo to watch her take her last breath. Just like they did back in 2012 when she had that brain tumor from the DiMera tunnels. It is too much trauma for them. So she plans to just slip away, to die in secret. And she only wants her sister Kristen by her side, which is wild, because Kristen is a total monster most of the time. But they are sisters. They share that DiMera blood, and they bonded in that convent years ago. So Kristen is the one Lexi trusts for this dark moment. But Abe and Theo find out, because of course they do. Secrets never stay buried in Salem. And they panic, total panic mode. They catch her trying to sneak away, and Abe is just furious. He is raging. He goes after EJ at the hospital, because EJ did this. EJ played God. EJ forced Dr. Rolf to use that experimental serum. And now EJ's science experiment is failing. Abe already kicked EJ out of the hospital room once, but this time the anger is just off the charts. Because Abe is losing the love of his life all over again. But then, the desperation sets in. Abe and Theo are so broken, so desperate to keep Lexi alive, that they actually turn to EJ. Yes, they hate the guy, but they ask EJ if there is any way to stop this, any way at all to save her. They are begging the man who caused this mess to fix it. Maybe Dr. Rolf has another serum. Maybe there is a backup plan. They are willing to make a deal with the devil, because losing Lexi is just not an option. It is so messed up. But grief makes people do crazy things. And Gabi is there too. Gabi steps up to support Theo. She hears about his mom and she is just there for him, which is actually really sweet, because Gabi has been dealing with her own nightmare. Her daughter Ari moved out, because Ari found out Gabi bribed Liam with a massive check to leave town. So Gabi is completely isolated, and Theo is heartbroken. So they lean on each other. It makes sense. 2 lonely people finding comfort in the hospital waiting room. But it is still so sad. Now let's move on to the second shocking storyline. Holly Jonas. Holly is just completely fed up. And who can blame her? Her life is a total disaster right now. First, she has Amy Choi breathing down her neck. Amy is pushing this massive manslaughter lawsuit because she thinks Holly bullied Sophia into suicide, which is crazy because Kristen actually bashed Sophia in the head with a rock, or tried to, but Holly is taking the heat. And now everyone thinks Holly is a drug addict because EJ planted pills in her bag. Yes, EJ DiMera framed a teenager because he needed a distraction. EJ is trying to cover up the DiMera Pharmaceuticals Coracil scandal, the tainted drugs that killed Sarah's patient Destiny, the drugs laced with arsenic that EJ buried on Smith Island. It is a massive corporate crime. So EJ drops pills in Holly's bag to make her look like a junkie, to discredit her. And it works. So Tate and Sarah confront Holly. They find the pills, and they don't believe her. Tate is her boyfriend, but he totally doubts her. He thinks she is popping pills to cope with the Sophia trauma. And Sarah is supposed to be family. But Sarah thinks the worst too. Holly is screaming that she is innocent. She only takes her prescribed antidepressants. But nobody listens. Tate's lack of trust just shatters her. Their relationship is basically over. So Holly is just done. She is seriously considering bailing on Salem. Just packing up and running away. Because life is just too hard there right now. She has a lawsuit hanging over her head. Her boyfriend dumped her. Her aunt thinks she is an addict. And she is being framed by a billionaire CEO. It is too much for a kid. So she wants out. And honestly, it is hard to blame her. Salem is a toxic wasteland for teenagers. And speaking of toxic, let's talk about the third storyline. Kat Green. Kat is playing a very dangerous game. She is secretly working for the ISA, spying on EJ for Rafe. But she is also getting way too close to EJ. EJ trusts her, but Kat is going to get more hypnosis with Marlena soon. They need to find out how deep she was involved with EJ back in Italy. When he was covered in bandages in that secret hospital, and she was reading Wuthering Heights to him. There is so much locked in her brain. And EJ wants to know. EJ is pushing her to remember. But Kat is terrified of blowing her cover. Because if EJ finds out she is a spy, he will destroy her. And now Kayla is offering Kat a third job, to work against EJ. So Kat has all these jobs, and all these lies. It is a ticking time bomb. And the hypnosis might just light the fuse. But that's not all for the third storyline. Chad and Belle are still digging into this Stefano chess set mystery. The missing pawn piece, the old lira note, all of it. And it looks like they might take the DiMera private jet. They are following the next clue. It might take them to Italy, or maybe Ireland, because there was that Irish symbol they found on the board. They are just following the breadcrumbs, flying across the world to solve Stefano's riddle. Even though Marlena has these terrifying premonitions about it. Marlena knows Stefano's games better than anyone. She knows it's a trap. She knows the pawn represents John Black. And she fears this is a trigger for a sleeper agent. But Chad and Belle just won't listen. They are obsessed. And Chad is using this to get closer to Belle. Because EJ is jealous. It is a whole messy triangle. And here is the absolute creepiest part. We are finally going to see the guy watching them. Yes, there is someone watching Chad and Belle on a spy cam, orchestrating all these clues from beyond the grave, doing Stefano's bidding. Who is it? Is it a brainwashed Paul Nerita? Is it someone else from Maison Blanche? We don't know yet, but we will see him soon, and it is going to send chills down your spine. Stefano is dead, but he is still ruining lives. He is still playing chess with real people. It never ends. And let's dive deeper into that chess set. The pawn. John Black was the original pawn. Stefano erased his memory, bandaged his face, turned him into a weapon. So if Stefano left a chess set with a missing pawn, it means there is a new weapon out there, a new person who has been brainwashed. Maybe it is Belle herself. Maybe she is being triggered by these clues without even knowing it. Or maybe it is someone else in the Black family. Stefano loved to torture Marlena. He called her his queen of the night, and this is his ultimate revenge, making her watch her family tear themselves apart from beyond the grave. It is sick, but it is brilliant soap opera writing. So those are the three massive storylines for the week of July 27 to July 31. Lexi's tragic final days and Abe's desperate plea to EJ. Holly reaching her absolute breaking point and planning her escape from Salem. And Kat's dangerous hypnosis session while Chad and Belle fly into Stefano's ultimate trap. You really do not want to miss a single episode. The acting is going to be top tier. The tears are going to be real. And the shockers are going to keep us talking for months. So buckle up, because Salem is about to go completely off the rails.